With Fresh Start World scheduled to launch tomorrow, it's time to cover the game mode as it's going into the live game and see if it's worth your time. Whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you enjoy RuneScape content and want to stay updated with the recent news and events, be sure to subscribe. Fresh Start Worlds is an exact copy of the current RuneScape and will evolve alongside the main game with every new update. The game mode can be played on both mobile and PC on the 9 worlds available. To play, you will however need to make a new account and pay for new membership. If you wish to save some IRL money, you can also use in-game bonds to get yourself a code and use that for membership instead. By the way, the account you put membership on and train on in this game mode can be transferred back to the main game. You don't lose it. The main difference between Fresh Start Worlds and the main game is that it will have boosted experience rates and a completely wiped economy, meaning skills that require items to train efficiently will be severely affected until a decent economy has been built. This entirely depends on how many people will actually play the game mode. How the supply and demand curve will play out for artisan skills like cooking, smithing and fletching is anybody's guess. Because the economy will be built from zero, it means that gathering skills will likely play a larger role than they do in the current main game, at least until people start to do methods that pump out more items than the skilling methods themselves. Because of this new economy, it's going to be very likely that you're going to see a lot of players playing like an Iron Man, aka single player mode, providing for your own account, which means if you have played Iron Man mode in the past, you're going to be at an advantage, 100%. Now the goal of this game mode is to attract new players, and to help accounts progress more quickly, the base experience rate will be 1.5 times in Fresh Start Worlds for the first 2 weeks, and that will gradually increase to a maximum of 2.5 times experience before going back down at the same speed. Skills under level 70 will have an additional multiplier to help players catch up, although this won't kick in until a few weeks after launch, or so I've heard from the mods. It's also worth noting that this experience multiplier is very similar, or pretty much the same as a double experience boost in the main game, although unlike in the main game, archaeology will be boosted all around, including artifact restoration experience. This means the skill is going to be very, very fast. While playing Fresh Start World, you gain progress points which can be spent in the reward shop located in Berthorpe. These rewards range from packs of items that can assist you in training quickly to incredibly powerful permanent passives like the Boon of Ammunition, which reduces consumption of arrows, bolts and runes. A perk that is incredibly valuable in a game mode where the supply of items will be limited. The Boon of Artisans is similar, giving you all the portable station effects which will save you supplies when training those skills. Some other specific ones that are worth pointing out are the Boon of Offense and Defense, which provide you with a tribid weapon, and the other one provides you with a hybrid armor set that will scale with your level from levels 20 all the way up to level 80. If you're going to be training gathering skills, I think the Boon of Banking, giving you a portable bank for 1 hour each day, and the Boon of the Porter, while very expensive, will be absolute meta for gathering items through gathering skills, as it gives you a permanent 50% porter chance. So that's the premier artifact perk we have in the main game mode, except you have it 24/7. It's also worth pointing out that this shop will expand and evolve as Fresh Start Worlds goes on, and these rewards will not carry over to the main game, for anyone wondering. So how do you get these progress points while playing? Well, your total points are defined by your total level times 5, your total quest points times 25, and your total rune score, also known as achievement score. This means that early game questing is perhaps the most efficient way of obtaining these points, as you level your stats quickly, get quest points, and you also complete achievements here and there. I also believe that completing easy achievement task sets will be beneficial, not only to gain experience and later items, but also to gain a lot of rune score quickly. Quests will also be required to unlock certain areas anyway, and having those early will be incredibly valuable. Now you might have thought about completing quests anyway, because they also give you treasure hunter keys, which are quite strong, but then you do need to know that treasure hunter will be disabled for the first 8 weeks of this competition part of Fresh Start Worlds, but all treasure hunter keys will be saved up to a maximum of 500.
Accrue your keys through questing and all that sort of stuff, and your daily challenges, but then after 100 you just won't be getting any, right? In Fresh Start Worlds, that has been up to 500.
And then after those 8 weeks, you can actually use those, which will be huge if you have the maximum amount 500 saved up. That's going to give you a major boost. Okay, so what can you earn from playing this game mode? Are there any unique things? Well, yes and no. So you can obtain a tradable halo of returning, which is a purple halo, after getting 8 milestones, which are every 500 total level, every 50 quest points, or every 2000 rune score. After getting 8, you get yourself a tradable halo. If you manage to be part of a world first, being the first 99 in each skill, first 120, quest cape and max cape, or at the end of the event, being the top 100 of the high scores, you can get a tradable challenger halo which can be brought to the main game early. Obviously this is going to be a very expensive rare item. Additionally, you will also get the fresh title. Now there will be skilling pets that will have halos above the head if you manage to get one as a rare drop, which you can bring back to the main game and then trade once before they become untradeable, so you can sell them to someone else. There will also be an inverted quest cape, inverted 99, and even inverted 120 master capes. I think these are by far the most interesting thing about Fresh Start Worlds, because some of the inverted 120 skill capes just look absolutely incredible. Just look at strength, divination, slayer, defense, thieving, attack. They look incredible, at least the ones that aren't yellow. Here's my tier list for them, by the way. Let me know what you think. Now, just like the Halo skill pets, the inverted 99 and 120 capes will be available as a tradable token just once to players, not on the Grand Exchange, so you can buy these from other players as soon as they transfer their account to the main game, which is a one-way ticket, by the way. You cannot go back into Fresh Start Worlds after having transferred your account. Now, it goes without saying that these capes are going to be quite expensive and they can only be traded once, so supply will be quite limited. You might be worried that you cannot obtain these capes unless you farm them yourself in Fresh Start Worlds, which is FOMO. Well, thankfully the mod said this.
Rewards from this will be available in the future outside FSW, yes. We just haven't, we haven't even thought about how or when. It's just a response to feedback to go, look, if you're not planning to play FSW, don't worry, this won't be your only way to get these. And right now, the capes and everything, I can at least say, are not something that we're looking at for Treasure Hunter or whatever. I can't speak for all the other things because we just haven't talked about them, but I know the skill one, specifically, we want to say 100%, we are looking at that as something that's earned and therefore should continue to have that sort of vibe to it.
So with the good stuff being tradable and coming back outside of Fresh Start Worlds at some point in the future, why should you try Fresh Start Worlds? Well, if you're looking to simply try RuneScape, it is a good option if you're looking to progress slightly faster than normal, although keep in mind that a fresh economy does mean you will need to play a little bit like an Iron Man, which isn't as noob friendly as the main game. Alternatively, you could also start later into the game mode and catch up when there's more of an established economy and that boosted experience rate for skills below level 70. If you're maxed or high level player in the current game and you're looking to train an alt account or experience RuneScape again, I do think that Fresh Start Worlds is going to be somewhat of a unique experience as everyone is starting from zero, which could be quite entertaining. If you're an existing player and you don't want another alt account and you're not interested in a fresh RuneScape economy, there are very little reasons to play this game mode. And I think that's going to be the case for a lot of players watching this video. The boons, while useful, aren't very exciting at all. The experience rates are not that much higher than double experience live, and that's only for a certain period. I do think that if you're looking to make RuneScape GP or money, this could possibly be a decent opportunity, especially if you're looking to AFK some of the inverted 120 capes and then sell them on the main game mode, because I can imagine them being very low in supply, super high in demand, and therefore incredibly expensive. I would not be surprised at all if those tokens will be selling for more than max cash for quite some time. It of course takes a lot of time to get a 120, but when you do, you'll probably be rewarded for it quite nicely. Now, do I think this is going to be a popular game mode? Probably not, since a large majority of the current players are fairly high level, or better said, pretty deep into their current RuneScape adventure with no intentions of making a new account. And even the newer players probably don't feel like hopping over to this game mode. My guess is that there will be plenty of players trying this game mode, the first week of release, and after that it will die down. That is, unless they somehow manage to gather a lot of players through paid advertisement, which is of course possible if they have a very, very effective ad campaign. But I personally don't think it will be that popular. As for myself, I don't think I'll be playing much Fresh Start Worlds apart from release day or release week for content and footage purposes, because I know I won't be able to dedicate enough time to really get up to speed, especially now that they reduced the highest XP boost from 4 times down to 2.5. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I do have an itch to make a series on this game mode, and it's kind of tempting to rush an account to max, be part of boss masses with other people to get items. And I even considered to rush to the level 120 Thieving Cape to see if it's good money to sell that inverted cape token, because it is relatively easy to obtain, but I feel like I'd burn myself out doing that. As it stands, the game mode doesn't really feel different enough to me, and it's not really fast enough, because like I said in a previous video, if you had some crazy modifiers, like 10 times experience and maybe 5 times the drop rate or something stupid, it would be fun to play. With accounts obviously not transferring to the main game. So there's my opinion on Fresh Start Worlds. Be sure to let me know if you're going to be playing or not and why in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Boom, big day today, big day. It is the finals of the Stream Team Battle Saga. If you've been following along at home with Team Brian F on this tournament run, we are currently 3-0, perfect regular season score. We're taking that lead to the finals going up against Team Spaceboy. We beat Team Spaceboy last time, but now it's time for the run back. There is a pretty decent cash prize on the line, so the stakes are high. But Team Brian F, the skill is higher. God, I'm so excited to see my favorite player, Big Tex, absolutely farm. Damn, Big Tex with the fans. Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, Brian? This is it.
This is indeed it.
Ooh,
Indeed.
Very excited.
I'm ready to go.
Yes, I am. I'm ready.
Apparently $1,000. I didn't know there was that much money.
Yeah, dude,
A split between all of us.
Yeah, it's 200 for each player.
That's pretty big.
It is kind of nice. Pacer CEO, that's what it does.
There you go.
Through that.
So wait, Yost, you have the Nikali?
Yeah. But what happened the first week was he was like out of town. I think he was at like a friend's house or something.
Oh, so you didn't play him.
And that we're about to start the match.
Let's
So let's just get
go.
right into it. For the people in the audience, they're sitting at home. If you guys haven't done it yet,
Let's
make sure you
go.
subscribe to Brian
Let's
F
go.
on Twitch right now, and just check the YouTube because some people may not be subscribed, even though that you think you are. Some of you aren't
Who
subscribed, even though
knows?
he's showing up in your feed.
You're right. Who does know? Not me. I never look at my stats, but this guy is a professional doing my job for me.
Ooh.
Oh,
That was
open them
nice.
up.
Ooh.
Edie.
Oh no. This is alright though.
You got nothing.
Ooh, nice.
Huh? Is it going the other way now? I told you, warm waters fuck with it so much.
I need to get closer. Recharging. It's too far away. Hey, how you doing?
Nice. I love the
Let's
confidence
go.
with the walk-up throws. Nice.
There we go. That's the damage.
Oh, it's fine.
Wow, it's okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's even tech there, so he's definitely gonna tech every time. Yep.
Oh, I
Nice air
appreciate
throw.
it. That was sick still. That was sick. It
Convert?
mattered. That was sick.
Hey, nice
Hey!
conversion too. You're playing the mind game. Like, yeah, he definitely started teching every time, so definitely shimmy him a bit.
He's holding down back.
Yeah, just shimmy him.
all
Just-
good.
he's gonna tech.
Yeah.
That was weird. Half expecting it to end.
Oh.
Oh,
Happen again.
Yeah, look for it.
bad
That's
for
just
us.
luck.
Fine.
Happens. Crazy. I can't jump there.
Nice.
Okay.
It's all good. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
Ah!
no, you're fine. You're
All
fine. You're
good.
fine. You're fine.
All good. All good. All good. All good.
There we go.
Oh.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
check.
Nice check. Exactly.
Very
what I was
good.
Oh.
That was great.
Oh.
Oh. Unlucky.
GG's. GG's.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
I can hear you, but I can't, and I've told you this many times. Totally fair. You're an adult. Make your own decisions. I can't tell you what to do. No, if you want to be a shitty person, be a shitty person. That's on you. You're literally leaving because the vans are coming in or whatever. I don't fucking know what you mean. I said you're an adult. Do what you want to do. I don't know why you gotta ask me. It reflects on you, not me. Dude, ain't none of these fucking guys dead. Can you collapse and die, please?
I can't be mad about it. Could have practiced more, but what happened happened. I denied the perfect.
That's true. And no Ram, so we're definitely still in it.
Team Brian F wanted to chime in for a second. We're about to get into Bardo against Redline in week 1. You started off 2-0 and then you got reverse 3-0'd. How did you feel about that? Like, did you feel like you got robbed a little bit, or did you feel like Red made some good adaptations?
It certainly put a chip on my shoulder. I watched that match a bunch of times, and I try to like pretty much just take a look at what I can do better. I was still relatively satisfied with my performance, but this time around, I definitely want to not let that happen again, obviously.
Well, we appreciate that. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
The rematch. Okay, I could have punished that, but that's fine.
No, you're controlling the pace. Very nice, very nice.
What if I did to him? It'd be funny.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, man, show him.
Yeah, right.
Just show him something. Let's go.
But the
What if
next
I did it to
time
him? Don't
you
do
just
that.
block because he's gonna EXDP. What?
Oh fuck.
All good. Nice.
I should have known that was gonna happen.
It happens to the best of us.
Whoa.
All good.
This is fine.
Yeah, careful about
To
it.
be fair, I'm obvious about that.
Okay. Nice.
I'm such
yeah.
I did not mean to do
You're
that.
alive, you're alive, you're alive.
You're alive.
I meant to roll around that.
okay.
Oh.
That's all good.
Whoops.
So yeah, he's obviously, anytime he gets you into the corner, he's gonna try to back throw you in there. I don't know why the hell he did V shift, but okay. So yeah, he's...
Nice.
Up them.
Nice.
That works.
Okay, he's gonna wake up DP. Yeah. He's gonna try to neutral jump your dash punch. So just don't do it from full screen. Just play nooch. Get a little closer. It's all good. There you go. There you go. Let's go. In there.
Ooh.
Let's go. No meter. Rush him down.
Oh, that does punish.
No, you just press the button after you're good.
My bad. Get in the corner.
All right, be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, man.
Don't you got
Careful about him.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, clean.
That was clean run. Crazy. Ooh.
All right, he's probably got a DP here if you get close. So
Yeah, he should have. I don't know why he didn't. Ooh, that's zipper.
this is in the bag.
Oh, I thought that was anti-air.
It's all good. It's all good.
He didn't know it was hitting you too, dude.
So all he's gonna do is dash up and throw you. Okay, or are you gonna do it
Nice.
first?
Nice.
There you go.
I'm off, dude.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice,
Being
nice.
more aggro mid screen for sure.
Fuck,
Definitely do that.
bro.
Literally, he cannot win unless he dashes up and back throws you. That's the only thing he has in his bag of tricks. That's it. If you beat him up first, he has no control otherwise.
Gotta hit him.
Yeah,
Punch
gotta hit him. Hit him!
Hit him.
Hit him, Bardo!
Alright.
That's me, by the way. I thought that was gonna confirm. I needed.
All good.
Oh, I'm being predictable.
Okay, just slow it down.
He doesn't get pressure here.
I thought that was actually gonna reach. That's my bad.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, no reason to rush punch from full screen.
Boy.
Just V skill fireball and V trigger. He's got to throw.
Oh.
He's playing with fire. Like you can V skill those fireballs into V trigger, but it's all good for next time.
Cool.
Footsies.
Rocket to this fist.
Yeah, careful. He's okay. He at least recognized that. He started jumping. Okay, just don't get back thrown.
Look
Yeah.
for DP.
Yep. Perfect
That was
pressure.
good.
Perfect pressure. Perfect. Let's go. Clean. Yeah.
Oh,
Of
interesting.
course. Okay, you're
I
in
wanted
there.
to be reversal. I wanted to be reversal. That's so weird.
Take those. It's all good.
Okay.
My bad.
It's okay.
All good.
Punish.
That was scary.
It's all good. Okay, watch the DP.
God.
Nice.
Oh, he tried it.
That's all good. There you go. So he might randomly jump back in the corner. It's the only thing I had to worry about. Nice.
Nice. Good stuff,
Yep.
Oh shit.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't dash punch from full screen. Just chill.
I'm so sorry.
Good try. Good try. Doesn't matter.
Damn, it's all good, man.
You gotta-
Oh, the combo drop. I know that hurts.
It's
all good,
so
man.
tragic, dude.
It happened.
That was a good set, though. That was a really good set.
Very
Thank
good
you.
set. You played well.
You won on the strategy game. It was just came down to execution at the end. The more you're in that position, the more comfortable you get with it in the end.
All right, guys, we're done sandbagging.
Yeah, we're down now, but it's only a 3-point differential. Nothing Big Tex can't handle. All right, who's this guy again you're playing?
Dash King, he's an Akuma player.
Akuma. I mean, you've been cooking Akumas all
Yeah,
street
I'm
team
not-
battle, so.
I gotta be so real, I'm really not that worried.
Nice.
Nice,
Easy
dude.
bait. D.
Really?
Oh, let's go. The mirror placement.
Need Akuma players to stop jumping. Yeah. Oh my god.
What's
That's real mental damage.
Nice.
That's a
Nice.
crazy anti-air.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I love that Misha.
You can punish that.
Oh,
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Nice. The one time.
Oh, it confirms. I'm gonna do it again.
There it is.
No way.
Okay. I just want to see how long it went.
Oh no, he's done.
Oh,
Nice anti-air. Alright, I'm gonna run.
Yep, here he goes.
Oh, that was bad.
It's all good. Oh.
my.
Oh, that's punish. Oh, I thought you got the. Okay, it's all good. Yep, GG.
I'm fucking dumb.
Oh,
I didn't realize you could just grab them even if they're not injured. Oh my word, man! I wasted so much time doing nothing, getting annoyed, thinking they had to be dead.
That better be good.
Guess all those are later. What? I don't know how good haste rating is. That's like attack speed, right?
Oh!
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, he's not gonna attack that time. Let's go. Big
man.
Tex with the 3-0. We're in the lead now. We're in the lead.
We're tied. The
No,
Rams, so yes,
that's a
we
lead. We got a ram.
Sorry, I muted to pop off.
Oh,
Took the
dude.
headphones off and everything.
Dude, you just won the Grammy. How do you
Oh,
feel?
I deserved it.
How do rams work? They're basically like a lifeline. If our team loses at the end, but we activated a ram, we get to have an extra chance to run it back.
Hey, Team Brian F. This is Andy and Stack and commentary. Doo-doo style going up against Cats. How are you feeling about this one?
You know, I think Katz is the best player of our division, so it's rough, but I think it boils down to keeping him out and letting Alex play his own game versus him getting in and then just steamrolling the crap out of me, which he does. So that's my goal, right? Just keep him out. There's actually a good set where he was playing Punk, Ryu versus Ryu, and it's a really good match. If you just Google YouTube, it's really good, man. You're like, damn.
Listen, man, listen. You're fanboying Cat Stain Flash too much right now. This guy is trash. You're about to fuck him up. Ryu's scrub ass character. You're about to zone him out. His random ass offense ain't gonna do shit, bro. Let's go.
Listen, don't meet your idols, destroy them.
Exactly.
He said once in chat he doesn't have DP, so I'm gonna see if that's true.
Nice. Nice. There.
Nice. Stomp.
Defense, man. You're not fighting for shit.
Oh!
Let's go.
Ah, that's first one.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh shit. Okay, there's another one.
Oh.
No.
All good.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
It's all good, man.
All good.
GG's.
Let's go, man.
It happens.
Nice job.
It happens.
Yeah, his offense was good, but it's all good. Listen, what does them having a ram and us having a ram even mean?
Guaranteed critical division, no matter what.
Oh, true. And critical division could be any one of us, right? Including myself.
It can
could
be
be.
any
It could
one
be.
of us.
It can be you, yeah.
I'm already back in the lab.
Yeah, I'm reopening Street Fighter.
I should do that too.
Yo, Team Brian F, Andy and Stack from commentary. Stack, did you have a question for Brian going into this last matchup?
You expect anything new this time around?
I mean, if you're forcing him to play Akira, I expect nothing different. Nothing different. Listen, I haven't been preparing for this match this week. I didn't prepare last week, but I've been preparing for this moment my entire life. It's been 12 years on the FGC grind coming to this moment for me to pull Team Brian F out of the dumpster and get this W. So I expect nothing but W's from here on out.
This is getting serious. This is where it matters the most. $1,000 on the line. Good luck, Brian.
All right, I'm gonna go take a piss. Be right back.
Okay. Run, Brian.
And
Tell
stream,
him to wait.
if you want to support Team Brian F, you know what to do already. You click the subscribe button, you click the Twitch Prime button. Let me get your skeletons in the chat so Brian can hit him. And if you go to the main channel, hit subscribe. You can just subscribe right now. Use your Twitch Prime. Send all your subs, all your donations, all your bits, all your everything, because you already know what's going on. Brian F, up to the plate. How are you feeling?
I think he's
Relieved.
Oh, he's here. All right, morale needs to go back up, guys. I know it's been rocky, but believe me, we've been preparing for this. We can do this.
Years in the making. All right.
Indeed.
Yeah, a little shaky there, but
Hey,
it was checkmate.
Crouch Fierce Crush counter combo is so sick.
Yeah, that was an insane.
Oh yeah, I got those. Close one.
Oh my god, dude.
That was insane.
I'm gonna go into cardiac arrest, bro.
That was so clutch, dude.
All right, what's he doing? Is he switching? Yeah, he switched V triggers.
I see. Okay.
Alright, you still got the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Round one.
Nice stun, dude. Oh my fucking god, Brian.
Thanks. Oh,
Oh, dude, that was fucking
I was gonna let you guys the pop off for me. I was waiting.
Yeah, dude. That...
I cannot believe that throw killed.
God damn. Alright, Stones. Okay.
Minimal damage done.
Now we're
go, man.
now we're
critical
tied.
division.
And
Critical division, critical division.
All right, what's going on, chat? Yeah, so if you don't know what's happening, we both had Rams on our side, which is a lifeline. So if you had won a set 3-0, you activate a Ram, which means if your team is losing after the point concludes, it will allow them to pick a division at random to run it back for double points for the tiebreaker. We both had Rams and we tied, so no matter what, we're doing a critical division. So now the wheel will decide who is going to go up for the final set with double points and everything to be the tiebreaker.
Chat, are you ready?
Snap the time. The wheel is spinning.
Yeah, this wheel is spinning.
Wheel is spinning, man.
Yeah,
Who's it gonna be?
wheel is spinning.
Wheel is spinning, man.
Oh my god.
Division 4.
I knew they rigged this. I knew they rigged this.
Kalen, it's okay because
It's time.
you're gonna fucking win that. You're just
It's time.
Balrog time. It's Balrog time. Balrog time.
You just gotta make the adjustments and you're good. Don't crack. Just play with confidence.
You play better neutral than him.
If you just play your game, you're gonna win. So nothing to
Yes.
stress about, man. So he's gonna jump, so just be careful. Don't just push him, just walk a little bit and then rush punch. Don't rush punch from too far.
Damn. Okay.
Just rush punch. Don't gimmick, don't overhead, just rush. There you go.
Oh, I could have. I'm not in range. I am in range. Shit.
So he's probably just gonna randomly jump, so just chill. Yeah, don't even need to be okay, yeah, see? Just chill.
Just chill.
Just hold down back. Just hold down back.
Yeah, you're good. Okay,
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
There we go.
Fuck.
Yeah, don't need to do all that. Just that's usually not a good idea. Just chill, just chill.
Oh, fuck. Oh, at the grab.
Oh my god. Listen, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, bro. You're fucking him up. You're literally just dropping it to your nerves. So that's all that is. So if you realize how much better you are than him, like it's actually, I feel like if you just start going random, he's gonna explode. He's literally doing random DPs all the time. You're just dropping your combos because you're nervous, which is fine. But I guarantee you, if you just start fucking going offensive, he's gonna explode. It's all good. Doesn't matter.
Damn.
It's all right. You made him burn the bar.
It's all good.
There you go. I like it. I like the movement. I like the back dash.
All you gotta do.
Oh, shit.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, just
Oh my
you gotta chill.
gosh.
It's okay. It's okay. You're still alive. You're still in the game. You can't let any of these affect you at all. That's the thing.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. We're just playing a video game. See, he did you a favor there.
He did.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, no need to ever dash punch from full screen. You never have to rush. You never have to rush. It's all good. Just activate. Just press V trigger. Now, if you hit a dash punch, you win.
I don't know why I pressed that button. I
It's
pressed-
okay. It's all good. Just keep your charge. Keep your charge. You're gonna dash punch him. You're gonna EX dash straight when he gets a little close. Yeah, see, you're moving too much. Like, you're a charge character, right? Just hold down back and then dash punch him. The range where you're wiggling around, just hold down back, and if he throws a fireball, you do V skill. You're in the ranges. You got the right spots. You're just not representing the right options right now. Yeah, you should EX sooner. You're giving up a lot of space, but it's okay. He has no meter. There There you go. Perfect.
Great round.
Just spam it a little bit. You'll build meter. I don't know what he'll do, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the only thing he has is to randomly. So just block. There you go. It's all good. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. You're playing the game. It doesn't matter.
You just play slow. You have 20 seconds. If he has to make it happen, you don't. You just play land.
Like the same exact thing you've been doing this whole time. And exactly. You see how easy this is? Okay, don't overextend, and you're good. This is the game plan.
I could have kept going. It's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So he's going to randomly dash at you after your block dash punch. You can back dash away after, you know what I'm saying? But just chill, like you're good.
Oh no.
It's okay, it doesn't matter. We take those. Yep.
Kalen.
So he's going to try to dash at you to back throw you. That's his only thing here.
I'm gonna play right here.
Yep.
There he is, man. Even if you get to the corner, it's fine, because you can't do anything mid-screen. This is fine. You block it out.
There you go.
It's nothing. This is fine. There you
Free.
There we
This is
go!
so free.
Not
He
even
doesn't
a
have
fucking joke.
anything.
Just play your game.
You're gonna dash. That's it.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is that. Yeah, if you just stay at, he dashed on hit after your dash punch. You see what I'm saying? He's just so desperate to dash forward. So like, if you just
Spam some really shorts. Just spam some shorts if you're not sure. So he can't get in.
he's gonna eat him alive. Okay.
Let's. Oh my god.
Perfect. I love the backup. Whip punish. That's footsies.
That's
That's clean. So
It's like
be careful
training
with the.
practice for charge.
Yeah. Finally, you weren't dash punching before. I was like, come on. There you go. Look how free it is when you do it. Oh
How
my
much can one
god,
man
he's
dash?
shut
Oh my
down.
God.
That was almost 69 every.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
He had the burn meter. He has no super. You just block it out, react to something. He's dead.
There you go.
Nice.
It's that easy.
So
It's
hit.
just that easy.
You're doing great, but Ken's DP always has 2 hits. I don't know if.
I don't know why my thumb falls off the thing. That's
Okay,
my fault.
just double check it. It's
It
like this,
happened
like the
twice in a
third.
row. That's
It's
just
like the third or
terrible.
fourth time actually. So I'm.
Sorry.
No, no sorry, bro. Dude, you're fucking him up. No sorry. It's not a strategy against Rog either. Great backdash. You see the backdash? Like he's just trying to random you out with dash forward throws. This is over.
I'm gonna do this until he DPs. Dumbass.
That was so fucking clean.
69 every time. You see that?
Oh, let's go, baby. Yep.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Yeah, keep playing meter, man, or neutral.
Whoa.
I'm frazzled.
I'm frazzled.
Keep going.
What?
Free!
Nice!
Look at the whiff punishes.
Around.
Keep going. Keep going.
Purge. Yep. No need to dash like that. Nice! Just block.
That's just my.
It's all good. It's all good.
This is fine.
Okay, so he has meter, so be careful. Alright, just play the game. There you go. Of course! Of course he's gonna.
Oh shit!
It's your super.
Chip him.
Yeah, of course! Of course he's gonna DP every fucking time you anti-air. Of course he's predictable.
Oh my.
You downloaded that shit.
No, and
I don't.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. I think I won.
You won. That's it. You won.
Fucking shit. Oh.
Let's go,
Congrats, dude.
See?
Calm down.
You had it in you the whole time, bro. That was it. It was there the entire time. It was always there. You just had to let it out.
Back when I started playing Street Fighter, I remember I wasn't sure which main I wanted to pick, but there was just one.
Hey, you won. It wasn't that important. Oh, damn. Really crying? Maybe you really need the $200. HKs for needing 5 do not drop very often. What's this? I have no idea why that's glowing. I think I have another. Nope.
One FGC like content creator I watched before I played Street Fighter, and it was you, and I picked Balrog, and it really does mean a lot to do this. So thank you again, Brian.
You're gonna make me cry.
I don't
now,
know
man.
if Space Boys team wants to talk. Emotional overload over there, but if they want to talk,
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, hi.
Bardo.
Time to pop off. We can cry later.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
yeah, I was supposed to ask how you feeling, bud.
I'm crying, bro.
I mean, you pulled it through, man. That looked dire. 3 games down, and Redline was just loosening up, but you found something. I don't know what it was, and I could tell. Finally took for you to finally just start applying what he was telling you to do and believe that you could do it, and you were able to pull it through, man. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wasn't very confident myself at first. I was actually really afraid when it came on to me because I was like, shit, this whole thing's on to me. But I just needed that. Otherwise, that switch in my head needed to click.
And so many could have went the other direction. Like the first couple of games could have just went easily in your direction, but just like the chip out at the last second, whatever it is. And for you to end it with a chip out was so appropriate too.
Came back from being reverse sweep to this, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. I mean, so
Yeah.
did you feel yourself gain some confidence because your execution seemed a lot better at the end, even though it was such a tense moment?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. I was just needed to be more confident in myself. I was doubting.
Dude, congrats.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
That was incredible.
Not to mention, I think while we have here, I think Big Text is undisputed
Yes, the
MVP
carry.
this season. For the $175 MVP bonus goes to, I can't even think of an argument for anyone other than Text.
Yeah,
Got it
dude.
again, got the RAM for them, got to the critical issue for Bardo to deliver. So congrats to Big Text for that one.
Means a lot, man. Super cool to come back after the first season. Appreciate the opportunity as always, man.
I feel like I should say something as well of damn, I got hella lucky getting a super cool group of people who awesome energy and motivating each other and sick of the game. So I don't know, I didn't do anything besides pick some names out of a hat. I kind of just sat here and watched the good chemistry go, and I enjoyed it myself. So I appreciate everyone being super supportive and all the good vibes. I had a lot of fun. And shout out to Stack for putting on this
Yes.
event, Nandy and everyone behind the scenes. I'm sure there's more people. I think it's great to
Okay. So I guess it meant a lot more to him that he just didn't lose than the $200. I don't know, bro. I don't know how I would have acted. This is when he started crying. I cringed a little bit, so I had to pause it. I had some secondhand embarrassment there. Wait, what? So want me to do? Get to Gatry? There's gotta be a quest boss, right?
Speak quickly.
Come on, Gatry, I gotta talk to you, man. Oh, we gotta do all this RP again. Can you run for me, please, sir? Shoot. No. What I need is a drink, and I don't have a cup in here. The full here is you, Viridius. Viridus? Probably Viridus. We did it! There he goes. Man, what? Ah, whatever. Go rescue some Kodos, I guess. Whatever, dude. Right. You gotta do that 8 times? Jeez. What you? Stampede! And I broke the game. My UI is now broken?
It's too far away. That spell isn't ready yet. I'm out of range. That's still recharging. It's too far away. Can't cast that.
Mr. Kodo. Come on right here. I got a lot of questing, my dear. After I do these Kodos, I want to go get a drink, so the faster you come, Kodos, the less time I have to die.
I need to get closer.
Wait, what? What happened? I didn't... It reset my Kodos. Is that on a timer? Aw, fuck, dude. Well, you know. Who would have thought? My eyes are not made for this, my UI. Don't do it.
It's too far away.
Excuse me. This quest is fucking cursed. Is it because I'm in combat? Man, can you just go away, you fucking swine? That's annoying as hell, dude. Why are you wasting my time, you damn pig? What? Oh,
I'm out of range.
Strength.
I already did this.
I can't attack that target. I can't attack that. I can't attack that target.
Is it? Did I bug this quest or something? I'm gonna go get a drink. Is this mage just BMing people? Or is he actually trying to get the quest done? Because he keeps blizzarding. Oh, there he goes. Do not tell me out of everybody here we didn't get it. It's a Rio Soul. What the heck? We ain't got anybody in here called Rio Soul. Or is that the Paladin guy? Maybe. I don't know where the other dude. Oh, there you are. Oh, you are, sir. Well, this is a... No, it doesn't matter if you're in a party. And the guy who accepted it didn't get the credit either, I don't think, unless he doesn't have Questy. Oh, there's a door right there. I was wondering why I had to run around all the way every time. I was like, why isn't there a door on this side? I'm kind of curious. So I'm gonna be level 70. Once you hit 71 though, either these are really long or 2, 3, 4. And then it breaks down into 3. Wow, every level is gonna be super long, huh? Wait, what? Oh, outside? Ba ba ba. Alliance Deserter. How's that even work? Come on, little goblin child. Goblin. Gnome child. I don't even know if I have to wait up for him. Be a shame if I do. Come on, dude. Crap. What I want to do. I wanted to look up weapon progression, but I think my weapon's gonna be probably one of the better weapons for a while.
The eternal sun guides us.
Do Wondrous Blood Spore. Stamina on the damn orb.
I'm out of range. That's still recharging. It's too far away.
Okay, now I just... Oh, never mind. Different things.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
I just need harvesters.
I'm out of range.
That's annoying.
I need to get closer.
Fuck you too, dude. You literally saw me chasing it and took it. Piece of shit. Plate boots.
It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range.
Leveling in Wrath is really, really slow.
That's still recharging.
And we're done. I think I got too used to Joyous Journeys. I've been spoiled. Sure, I'll turn it in later, I guess.
That spell isn't ready yet.
This man's got so many wives. Kinda jealous. I want all the wives too, man. You wanna share some with me? I need to get in there. Oh man, come on, let me up. That's the other side of the cave. How the hell do I get up there? If I had to guess, I have to go all the way back around up this hill. Find out there's like a little hill up here. I don't know how I that. You too, sir. Come here. I need your pollen. I'm dazed. Please stop with the dazing. I'm just trying to do big AoE pool. Last one. Aha. No, I'm not running back up here to get this quest. I'm grabbing this quest. I can see it needs me to grab it, so I'm gonna grab it, man. You almost knocked me off. Who's this Gamatura guy or whatever that I'm going to be killing soon? Because once he's dead, I get all of his mates, right? That's how that works. I'll take it. Keep upgrading them rings. I lose a lot of stamina though.
State your business. Be ready for anything. Shirella on.
Wait, what's it want me to do? This? Oh. Flower, flower, flower. This? My queen! I'm so small!
Our enemies will fall.
Hey, don't be wind pushing me, bro. Alright, we're doing Gamothra. We're finally killing him for his mates. Be here to claim what is mine. I don't know if I have to go down there. I think I do. Well. Don't worry, my queens. I will keep these vermin out once you're mine. Not you. You, sir, with a lot of HP. You shall die by my hand. Stop dazing me. Please. Don't daze me, please. DPS booster warrior looking for a Nexus group carry for quest rewards. Is this the one? No. You know what I didn't do? I didn't set my Hearthstone. I'll end up in chat math again. I don't want to do that. I need to set my Hearthstone here. Ugh. You saw. I should leave my guild. Look for a real guild. So, strength and stamina with some crit rating. Expertise and attack power. Run to... Okay. No, I need to make this hard. Is in here. The inn. I see the banker. Fishing trainer. Was the innkeeper? You? It's a master chef. Oh, it's you. I'll float all my garbage. Okay. Probably would get more putting it on the auction house, but I'm not gonna waste time with that shit, dude. Talk to Durdock Worth, brother. This guy? Durdock. What flight path? I think I already have that flight path. Maybe not. I know I have this one down here. I might have skipped the one up here. Let's see.
Alright guys, welcome
Why
to
dungeon
another
leveling
video.
is a huge
Today,
mistake.
Talking about why I honestly think dungeon leveling in Wrath of the Lich King is just pretty crap, and I don't think it serves the average player the best. I just don't think for the average player it really is the best thing to do. I think dungeon leveling is pretty pointless unless you're going for some kind of realm first achievement. You know, I've made guides, dungeon leveling guides and prep guides and everything like that. These guides are more tailored towards sweaty try-hard players. And I will be doing dungeon leveling myself, but really it is just to create an entertaining stream where I'm pushing for a certain big achievement to get people to watch my stream in the first place. And that's it. But if I wasn't a streamer, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I wouldn't be doing dungeon leveling. This is just going to be my unfiltered, brutally honest advice when it comes to leveling. Let me explain why I think dungeon leveling is pretty bad. So, first of all, if you're doing 5-man runs, well, the leveling is slower. It's just simply slower than open world leveling, because you're going to hit the instant cap at about 40 minutes into an hour of grinding the dungeon and have to wait around for 20 minutes to do the dungeon again. People have calculated how long it takes to grind all the way to level 80 in a 5-man. It's 28 hours. That's a lot of time, where the average player could do 24 hours open world leveling. Now, I know what people are probably thinking. Oh, well, I'm going to be like competing against a million other players to do like one single quest, and there's going to be loads of lag and stuff like that, but there probably just won't be, guys. Think back to the TBC Classic launch. It was buttery smooth, and even when you were on a pretty heavily populated layer, you could get your quests completed because everything just respawns so ridiculously fast. There's actually at a point where, say for instance you've got to pick a quest item off the floor, it will just instantly respawn after you've looted it, so you can just count the same item. It wasn't difficult to quest at all on the TBC Classic launch. It very likely won't be for this launch, especially as you can actually trick the game to putting you on a better, lower populated layer. All you've got to do is chill in Outland, turn in some quests that you've got pre-prepared, go to Northrend a bit later, and then you'll end up on a much better layer with less people on it. By the way, guys, I would appreciate if you did throw me a quick sub. Subscribers are going to get access to a future subscriber-only gold guide for Wrath of the Lich King Classic, which is going to be an immense amount of work, so you've got that to look forward to. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about some more reasons as to why solo leveling is going to be much better. So you're going to make a lot more gold while you are questing. Yes, I know that when you get to level 80, and then you complete quests at level 80, you get more gold per quest turn-in. But are you honestly going to do that? Okay, are you going to smash all the way to level 80 and then start doing some quests? You're not. Let's be honest, you're not going to do that. What you're going to be doing is farming heroics and doing raids and actually enjoying the game rather than going back and doing some level 70 quest. And regardless, just doing daily quests is just as good anyway, if you want to take that route to make gold. When you level solo, you're going to be making a lot of gold. You'll probably make a decent 2,000 gold by the time you get to level 80. Think about how much time that is going to save. Let's say, for instance, that the leveling speed is the same, solo questing or dungeon leveling. But the thing is, if you quest solo, you're going to get a lot of gold. And if you did it leveling through dungeons, you're going to have to farm that gold to level 80. Imagine just having 2,000 gold lying around when you get to level 80. How much time is that going to save? Because you're going to have that pool of gold for all your raid consumables, and it's going to last you like a good 2 months at least. Secondly, you're not going to unlock your reputation tabards. So what you have to do to unlock these rep tabards is actually get to a certain reputation through questing in certain areas of those reputations. Then you get a tabard, then you can just put the tabard on, do heroics, and grind the rep the rest of the way. Pretty straightforward, but you're not going to be able to do that if you're just leveling through dungeons. You don't gain reputation naturally from dungeons, although that is technically a lie. You do get reputation with a particular reputation based on your faction, but you don't normally get the rewards from that faction because the rewards are pretty crap. But anyway, the point being is you're going to waste a lot of time because you're going to hit level 80 and then have to go back and do the questing anyway to unlock your tabards. So it's just going to waste time. And if you're leveling a gathering profession and therefore, leveling a crafting profession, you won't be able to do them simultaneously either. It is fair enough on launch going to be fairly difficult to level up your mining, but nonetheless you will get opportunities to hit a node here and there. It's going to be more efficient if your goal is to obviously level up your mining. You're going to level up your mining more open world leveling than you ever would do in a dungeon. And if you're still not convinced, it goes without mentioning that dungeon leveling is incredibly boring. It's soul draining, dude. Like, why on earth would you want to do it? Like, why on earth would you opt to do dungeon leveling? I do not understand. You're going to get sick of the Wrath of the Lich King content before you even hit level 80, because you're going to have to do those dungeons all over again at level 80 to farm your badges. Honestly, guys, the average player should not be doing dungeon leveling, unless you're going for some realm first achievement. Naxxramas isn't releasing until 2 weeks after the launch of the game, so you don't really get that much further ahead by leveling slightly faster, because it's only going to take a certain amount of time to do the heroics to farm your pre-raid best in slot gear. I've probably played over like 10 Wrath of the Lich King private server launches by now, and honestly, if you get pretty lucky, you can get all of your pre-raid best in slot gear sorted in about 5 days, and that's leveling from all the way from level 1. Obviously, there is slightly increased XP rates on private servers, but I think you understand my point. And just, honestly, just taking your time, going the normal quest route, making loads of gold in the process, getting all your tabards unlocked, and saving loads and loads of time. The amount of time spent actually playing the game will be drastically less if you just follow a solo, chill questing route than doing your dungeon route. The only argument I can see for people wanting to do dungeon leveling is if you're playing on some stupidly high-populated server with 20 million people trying to loot one Earth route, then yeah, fair enough. But, like I said, I just think those servers are going to get layered more. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the video there. My name is Matt. Go on to the next video. Ciao.
It's too far away.
Welcome back to In Brief, a mini-series where I want to talk about each role in the game and break down the specializations which go into it. There'll be a playlist below with the other roles I've done so far, as well as much more in-depth videos about every single class and spec in the game. So if you see anything you want to hear more about, you can check that out below. Here's a quick breakdown of the points we'll be talking about for each spec today: how well they perform in raids early on, how well each specialization scales, how difficult they are to pick up and play on a fairly basic level, will raids want to try and stack this particular spec, the utility they offer in terms of buffs and debuffs, and finally, PvP. Each category will be scored from 1 to 5 stars, and here's what those stars mean. So today we have the healers in Wrath of the Lich King. First thing to mention before we get into it is across the board you're going to notice that later we go into the expansion, the more you kind of just turn into a turret which doesn't really have a mana bar to worry about anymore. Don't get me wrong, you can go in if you really try, but it's noticeable compared to TBC, and especially Classic. Also, the vast majority of spells have the same cost now at all ranks, so you can't cheese healing with down ranking and being efficient in that regard anymore. Overall, these are changes which make healing feel a lot more of an active role. On top of that, healers start to get even further defined into their niche of what kind of healing they provide. So with that said, we should make a start. Holy Paladin first, in quite a literal sense as well. This specialization is a complete monster, and it's probably the closest to something getting a perfect score. They start off as arguably the strongest healer in the game and just never let go of that claim either. With amazing mana efficiency, Avenging Wrath now grants 30% bonus heals in addition to damage, a much lower cooldown on Holy Shock, the Holy Paladin feels great to play. In the past, it's often been seen as the single target healer. However, now it's more of a cleave healer thanks to Beacon of Light copying their heals to a second target. Holy Paladins also do a huge amount of passive healing through the likes of Glyph of Holy Light and Judgment of Light. As the expansion progresses, they just keep getting better and better as gear improves. Realistically, you could expect the Holy Paladin to be the top healer from day one to the very end. They are just that good. Holy Paladins have often been seen as super easy to play though, a literal one-button class, which gives you good results but not in the most interesting of ways. For Wrath, this also changes up as well. You need to maintain your Judgment of the Pure buff, keep your Beacon active, you have a shorter cooldown on Holy Shock, and you just have generally more buttons which you care about. And now that healing power has just been converted to spell power, you have more reasons to fill in and do some actual damage during downtime as well. In terms of stacking, Holy Paladin will be the healer that is stacked, as in guilds will actively seek out to have more than one of them on their roster. Now you don't need as many Holy Paladins as you did Shaman for TBC, but they are very much wanted and often more than one of them. This isn't true for any other healer, so I had to give them top marks here. Paladin utility is excellent, and that's without even taking the spec into consideration. As per usual, they have their abilities such as Hand of Protection, Freedom, Sacrifice, Salvation, Lay on Hands, the talented Divine Guardian for a raid-wide 20% damage reduction, and Aura Mastery. Yeah, they're good. They're really good. They're also arguably the best healer in PvP as well, having the same incredible set of utility in their kit, a ton of CC protection through sharing damage with Divine Guardian and Hand of Sacrifice, Sacred Cleansing to tilt casters into oblivion, a far better on-the-move toolkit through Holy Shock, Sacred Shield, various procs, and so on. Out in the world at the moment, I'm seeing so much Paladin, and I'm hoping a fair amount of them want to give Holy a try, because it really is worth it. Next, Next, the Discipline Priest. So this specialization was kind of used in TBC. It had improved Divine Spirit, Power Infusion, and Pain Suppression that were all certainly nice, but it wasn't so much of a dedicated healer as it was a support class. This changes in Wrath, and it changes a lot. Early on, you'll definitely have guilds after a Disc Priest for the roster. They start the expansion as a strong healer, and as they gradually scale up and get more gear, they improve by a lot. Seeing the best results on Disc is kind of fight dependent though. The way Discipline heals is completely different to anyone else. Other healers have damage happen, and then they restore it. Disc stops damage from ever happening in the first place, and that's done through power word shield spam, which believe me, you're going to be spamming a lot if you play this spec. This unique way of healing makes Disc fill a niche that literally no one else can do. However, they are definitely on the simpler side of things for healers. It really is going to be a lot of shield spam. Between that, you have the new End of Tantry abilities in Penance and the standard access to good AoE heals that priests always do. In terms of stacking, put it like this, you may not always want a second of any other healer, but it's generally fine if you do. You kinda only ever want one Disc Priest and only one. Since they heal mainly through power word shield, that means they're also spamming the weakened soul debuff on people. So if you have a second Disc Priest, well, they can't use their main spell on that person. They just really step on each other's toes, and they don't heal in a way which synergizes well with each other at all. Disc Priest does pack a lot of utility though, scoring them pretty high in this regard, with the obvious stamina and spirit buff, power infusion to improve the performance of a caster, as well as pain suppression to more or less ensure that one person is guaranteed to live for 8 seconds. The renewed hope talent towards the bottom of the tree also grants their party or raid a flat 3% less damage taken too, which is easy to miss out but not a bad effect. In PvP, Discipline continues to be the go-to priest spec, and is arguably in an even stronger place than TBC, where it's already a top tier pick. In Wrath, they have even greater access to burst through talent changes, and Holy Fire having its cast time greatly reduced. Penance is another excellent offensive or defensive tool. A few crits on this will take somebody from near dead to near full health. It really is that good. So I guess it makes sense to talk about the other priest healing spec now, Holy. Honestly, it feels as though each expansion so far, Holy has seen the competition from other healers just grow and grow. And as a general point, many raids will certainly search out a Discipline Priest, and though Holy heals in a much different way to it, it's just not as commonly brought or sought out. Other healers on the roster kind of fill in what it does already, that being a lot of healing. Saying that Holy Priest does work in Wrath, it's just a case of there are other options. They both start and scale relatively well, with arguably the most diverse toolkit of any healer in Wrath, being able to talent and glyph into being more single target focused or going full in on AoE heals through Circle and Prayer of Healing. And I would say there is more to playing a Holy Priest well compared to Disc, or many other healers for that matter. With such a huge toolkit of heals, you will see people who are good at Holy Priest actually putting up some very impressive numbers, whilst those who know the fights a little bit less well will make it look quite average. Stacking wise, I wouldn't expect it to happen. There are more reasons to bring more Holy Priest than Disc, because they don't heal through shield spamming, but realistically, it's not something you'll be seeing. The utility is just less than Disc as well. The big cooldown they have to offer is Guardian Spirits, which can be glyphed to have a shorter cooldown if the target lives while the buff is active, but it's by no means a necessary addition for raids. In PvP, well, it feels like this has been the summary for Holy so far. Discipline exists. Holy is mega squishy in PvP, and once again just doesn't have the utility that the other healing spec does. Definitely give Holy Priest a try at some point if you're a priest main in Wrath. It's a fun spec, but you'll probably see why most people opt into Discipline instead. Druid next. Once again, I feel as though I have to score the middle of the pack for early raids and scaling, and it's not entirely their fault. It's just kind of Disc Priest and Holy Paladin exist, and with the Holy Paladin doing insane passive healing and Disc making it so damage doesn't happen in the first place, that's not always the best when you're focused around providing heals over time. Raids will bring Resto Druids all the same though. In terms of complexity of playing the spec, Resto Druid is all about knowing the fight in advance and how the damage patterns happen. You need your hops rolling before the health bars start to dip, not after, and that's not always entirely predictable, but it's what will separate out the good Resto Druids from the great ones. For stacking, well, in short, no. Healing over time is good, but you need some direct heals in the balance there too for a well-rounded comp. I wouldn't expect many guilds to seek out more than one Resto Druid per roster. The utility is solid, nothing too crazy. Standard offerings from the Druid here, your Innovate, your Battle Res, and so on. Oh, also they get an out-of-combat res as well. That's quite a nice addition. They also give a raid-wide 6% healing buff from Tree Form, as well as a unique talent, Revitalize, which gives some of your heals over time a chance to restore resources based on what the recipient uses. In PvP, Druid gets nerfed compared to TBC, and it's still an amazing pick. I think this says more about the state of Druid in TBC than Wrath, to be honest. It's still up there in a number of very powerful comps, though it won't be what you're facing every second game anymore, though it still has a lot going for it, great mobility through shapeshifting, a ton of on-the-move spells, and the likes of Cyclone, Roots, and Bash. Finally, Restoration Shaman. So you know how a bit of a problem for Resto Druid was Discipline and Holy Palas existing? Yep, it's kind of the same story here. Also, Resto Shaman is way less of a desirable spec compared to how it was in TBC. Back during that expansion, you would stack them in every group where possible, or any shaman for that matter. You would want their totems, and Heroism and Bloodlust were only group-wide then. With it now being raid-wide and other classes being able to do what totems do, it leaves the Resto Shaman in a bit of a weird spot. Saying that, they can definitely perform really well, and have been given a lot of help on the mana efficiency side of things, and it's not a weak specialization by any stretch of the imagination, and many raids will certainly opt into bringing a Resto Shaman for their team. Also, by the time you get to late game gearing, Resto Shamans are incredibly powerful. Complexity-wise, well, you got on very good terms with Chain Heal during TBC. Now, there is some more variation through Riptide and the Tidal Waves talent encouraging you to press other buttons, but yeah, it's still a lot of Chain Heal. It's just a good spell, who knew? Stacking-wise for Resto Shamans, well, no, people won't exactly be looking for that to happen, but it's not the worst if it does. Utility, as discussed earlier, Shamans took a hit here as a class, regardless of which spec we're talking about. They still have the 5% spell haste totem to consider though, and without a Shaman at all, your raid team suffers massively, because raiding without Hero or Bloodlust is a very sad time. They also have one of the few group-wide buffs left in the game in Mana Tide Totem, restoring a ton of mana to their party over 12 seconds. Will healers really need that mana as we go further into the expansion though, or will it just be the Arcane Mage begging for you to drop it? Probably the latter, but still, it's a bit of unique utility though. In PvP, I think Resto Shaman gets mega buffed compared to TBC, and finds itself as a centerpiece for some very high pressure comps. They get some fantastic quality of life, such as one button to drop all 4 totems, Dispelling Earth Shield will now remove stacks instead of the entire buff, Heroism is still usable in Arena, they have more on the move heals, and interrupt with Wind Shear, a CC with Hex, and more. Resto Shamans are in a great spot for Wrath. And that is it. Healers done. As mentioned at the start, if you want any more info on anything that's been talked about here, there will be playlists below, as well as links to the other in brief videos which I have done so far. Not long till launch now, so let me know which role you want to see next. As always, thank you all so much for watching and listening in, and I'll see you all in the next one very soon.
I don't know where the hell this crash is at.
Wrath of the Lich King, the most popular WoW expansion of all time, with the player base reaching its highest ever at 12 million subscribers on October 2010, and with news of Wrath of the Lich King Classic on the horizon, you're probably thinking about how to prepare, because with a new expansion comes new changes, and professions have changed in a big way in Wrath, which might make you wonder which profession is best for you. With the addition of profession passive and active bonuses, profession linking, and a ton of new recipes unlocked through profession daily quests, choosing your profession is a really big decision, both in terms of a time investment and gold, and you also really won't want to have to unlearn a profession and start over. In this video, we'll be discussing the profession bonuses for each profession, both passive and active, how the profession compares to the others, which class should go which profession, and the ability for the profession to generate gold. There's also a new profession added in Wrath called Inscription, and you'll definitely want to know about what it brings to the game. And by the end of the video, hopefully you'll know which profession you want to pursue in Wrath. Engineering. The crafting of silly trinkets and fun but useless items. Just kidding. Engineering in Wrath is a lot like engineering in vanilla. It's simply the strongest profession. Engineering in Wrath has so many powerful items that can enhance your character in both PvP and PvE situations that you're basically just at a disadvantage if you're not an engineer. This time it comes in the flavor of tinkers to your item, which are like enchantments. This is a great change because in the past if you wanted a fun engineering item, you usually sacrificed stats. Now in Wrath, you can keep the high stat best in slot item, but still have a fun engineering tinker attached to it. And if you were wondering, you can't have both a tinker and an enchantment on an item. It's one or the other. But if you end up going engineering, you'll be feeling like Inspector Gadget in no time. First off, there's the Runic Mana Injector and Runic Healing Injector, which grant an increased effect for engineers. So if you're playing a mana-hungry class, using these Runic Mana Injectors as an engineer can be a great reason to go engineering. There's also fun things like the Mind Amplification Dish, which is a tinker to your helm. This allows you to engage in a mental battle with your enemies, attempting to mind control them. This can be pretty nifty if you're standing on a high ledge and you decide that you want your new pet to jump. The hand-mounted Pyro Rocket is best in slot for PvP, offering a 45-second 2k fire damage attack, often used as additional burst to get a kill in arena, since it's not on the GCD, so you can just macro it in, and certainly a nice DPS boost if used on cooldown. There's also Hyperspeed Accelerators, which is a glove tinker, which increases your haste by 340 for 12 seconds with a minute cooldown. Since this is also a glove tinker, so you can't have other enchantment or tinkers on this, you'll have to pick this or the Pyro Rocket, for example, not both. This is best in slot for PvE for many classes. While the Pyro Rocket is mainly used for burst damage, this is more overall powerful because your haste will benefit you more as your gear improves, where the rocket will always do that 2k fire damage. This increased haste can be used to make your Gargoyle much stronger as a Death Knight, make Divine Plea shorter and give you mana back faster, and anything else where haste would be helpful. Another powerful tinker, and is really another best in slot item in PvE for some classes, is the Frag Belt, which attaches as an enchantment to your belt, allowing you to throw a Cobalt Frag Bomb every 6 minutes. The Frag Bomb does about 1k fire damage and incapacitates for 3 seconds in a 3-yard radius. This is great for AoE encounters and can even be very helpful in some PvP scenarios. Nitro Boosts is another engineering-only tinker, this time for your boots. It grants 24 crit rating and on activation grants a large run speed increase for 5 seconds. These are the Goblin Rocket Boots you remember, but they don't break, which is really nice to have a reliable speed increase on a 3-minute cooldown. These boots are paired nicely with the Flex Weave Underlay tinker. Instead of having a really weak parachute cloak with no stats, you can now attach the Flex Weave Underlay to your stat-filled cloak, and it will increase agility by 23 and allow you to activate Slowfall for 30 seconds with only a minute cooldown. This can be very helpful in many situations. A welcome sight for anyone in Wrath is Jeeves, the Gentleman Robot Butler, which engineers can craft and summon, which grants bank access to the engineer and serving as a vendor with repairs for everyone else. Engineers are also the only profession which has access to an auction house in Dalaran. Inside the engineering building there is a robot called Brass Bolt Mecha Wrench, which acts as a steam-powered auctioneer for engineers. All other professions will need to go to a different major city to access the auction house. This could be a selling point for you, but many people just mail their stuff to a bank alt to put up on the auction house. Engineers can also make the Mechanohog if you're Horde, or the Mech-Engineer's Chopper if you're Alliance, which is a 2-person ground epic mount. The mount is BOE and not exclusive to engineers though, so it could be another way to make some extra gold as an engineer. And then there's the portable mailbox you can create called Moldy, Mobile Oversized Letter and Literary Extractor. This can be used every 2 hours and can be convenient if you're out in the world expecting mail without a mailbox in sight, or if you want to try and attract a night elf to dance on top of it, whatever, it's your mailbox. But if that night elf isn't the Goldshire Inn type, then you can get what you came for another way, with the Gnomish X-Ray specs, which allow you to see players without their clothing and armor. And if Night Elves aren't your type, there's always the Critter Enlarger, which enlarges a critter to twice its normal size, and once the guards catch on to what you're up to, you can make your quick escape with a new Wormhole Generator Northrend. Although, you might want to put your clothes back on before you go, though. I heard it's cold up there. There are even more gadgets than this, some more useful than others, which allow you to do, well, all sorts of shenanigans, and get away with it too, as long as there's no meddling kids around. The continent of Northrend holds many gems, and with it, many new opportunities for jewel crafting. Like in TBC, there's 3 new qualities of gems. The green uncommon gems, which are actually pretty common, the blue rare gems, which can sell for quite a bit of coin, and the purple epic gems, which, like in TBC, were added not in release, but in patch 3.2.0, and are the best in slot gems, and accordingly, the most expensive. Like cooking, you'll need to collect tokens from daily quests in order to purchase jewel crafting designs. These tokens are called Dalaran Jewel Crafter's Token. It's actually really important to do your daily quests because exchanging Dalaran Jewel Crafter's tokens are the only way to get a lot of best in slot designs. There's also a cool new addition in Wrath called the Nightmare tier, which matches any socket and adds +10 to all stats. Most serious players will want 1 for their BIS gear because it's unique equipped, which means you can only equip 1, and usually are using it to take the place of a blue socket, since that socket typically is just used for half stamina and half the stat you actually want. And with new ore in Northrend brings new prospecting. This time even uncommon or green quality titanium ore can be prospected, in addition to cobalt and saronite ore. Prospecting titanium ore has an added bonus though. The titanium powder that you get from prospecting can be exchanged in stacks of 10 for a single Dalaran Jewel Crafter's token, which can be exchanged again for those new designs we were talking about earlier, as an alternative to grinding dailies. The jewel crafting specific bonus is the same as in TBC. There are jewel crafting only gems, which are a step above anything other players can get. These gems are better by a factor slightly above what other profession bonuses give in terms of raw stats. However, it's worth noting that the bonuses from most professions come in terms of spell power or attack power, but with jewel crafting only gems, you get to choose the raw stat you want, like agility, which grants increased chance to dodge, critical strike rating, and attack power, which is better than just attack power alone, for example, for some classes. This is an often overlooked advantage to jewel crafting, and many min-maxers will argue jewel crafting is the second best profession in the game, right behind engineering. When it comes to making gold, jewel crafting is great. With the increased exclusivity of the designs gated behind Dalaran tokens, if you have a design that not a lot of other people have, you can make some serious gold. That, and along with prospecting ore for gems, you can prospect your way to tons of gold using a process called the Saronite Shuffle. This is just a fancy name for buying or mining Saronite ore, prospecting it, and then either cutting the gems you get and selling them, using them to craft an item which you then disenchant, or if you are also an alchemist, transmuting the gems into meta gems, which you can then cut. The profits made from the Saronite Shuffle will allow you to buy more Saronite ore, and you continue the process. Your server's prices will ultimately determine if this will work out though, so your mileage may vary. Alchemy, suppliers of those flasks you keep chugging down. With a new expansion comes new flasks, and more money to be made as an alchemist. Just like in TBC, raiders will be wanting to bring their flask of choice to the raid, and other potions as needed to ensure they are maximizing their parse. But other than just potions and flasks, alchemists have access to new Alchemist Stones, powerful trinkets which make the potions you drink more effective. It also has some nice stats on it. There's one for tanks, spellcasters, and physical damage dealers. This trinket is incredibly powerful for healers who will be getting a whopping 40% more mana back when using a mana potion, and this alone is a big selling point for healers to go alchemy and wrath. There's also the Crazy Alchemist potion, which is a new alchemist-only potion granting health and mana, and sometimes the effect of an additional random potion, which could be a mana potion, granting the alchemist a huge burst of mana. All these alchemy-only benefits make alchemy a very appealing choice for mana-hungry classes. Also, a new addition is mixology, granting the alchemist an increased effect and duration when drinking any elixir or flask which the alchemist is able to make. This increased effect is about equal to the stats gained from blacksmithing and slightly less than jewel crafting, and the increased duration can save you some flasks over time. This profession bonus is perfect for frequent raiders who will be downing flasks each raid in order to capitalize on that mixology bonus. When it comes to learning new recipes, there's a new feature called Northrend Alchemy Research, which requires 400 skill and helps an alchemist discover new recipes by using herbs from Northrend. It has a 3-day cooldown reduced from 7 days after patch 3.0.8 and randomly creates elixirs and flasks and allows you to discover new alchemy recipes. The recipe you discover depends on your skill in alchemy. Having a higher skill will allow you to discover higher skill requirement recipes. There are also still cooldowns like transmutes available in Wrath, and discovering new transmutes is done by performing a Wrath transmute with cooldown, which is typically around 20 hours. Some of these transmutes are quite high value, such as the transmute Cardinal Ruby, turning a Scarlet Ruby and an Internal Fire into a Cardinal Ruby, which is the epic red gem in Wrath. This transmute specifically is learned from completing a quest from the Master Alchemy Trainer in Dalaran upon reaching 450 skill. There's also the highly valuable meta gem transmutes in Wrath, such as Transmute Earth Siege Diamond, which combines uncommon green gems and an Eternal Fire to create Earth Siege Diamonds, which can then be cut by Jewel Crafter into a meta gem that can be placed into gear. Data. Druids for the ethical treatment of animals. If you're a skinner, you better watch out, because these druids will come after you if they see you covered in the blood of an animal, which does happen, but only in Borean tundra. But forget about them. Northrend is ripe with animals just begging to have their hides skinned for fun and profit. There are 6 new types of leathers: Borean leather, heavy Borean leather, Arctic fur, Jormungar scales, icy dragon scales, and Nerubian chitin. As you might have guessed, skinning dragonkin will give you icy dragon scales, which will actually be very valuable, since they are used by leatherworkers to create ice scale leg armor, which is the best in-slot armor enhancement. But not all these leathers are just for crafting though. Some are also used as currency to purchase epic leatherworking patterns in Dalaran, and you can even trade 10 heavy Burian leathers for an Arctic fur. These epic leatherworking patterns can be traded from Brag Stoutbeard in Dalaran. These patterns are BOP though, so if you're not a leatherworker, then your best option is to sell the leather rather than to trade them for the patterns. But this makes leatherworkers need to consider getting skinning if they want easy access to these patterns, but you could just also purchase the leather needed to get these patterns too, if you have the gold. The new passive bonus for skinning in Wrath is Master of Anatomy, which, like other gathering professions, passive bonuses scale with your level and profession skill. This passive grants 40 critical strike rating at max skill and level, which is 0.87% increased chance to crit. Like other gathering professions, it's not really good enough to warrant getting this profession if you're actually trying to min-max. Tailoring in Wrath has a lot of similarities to tailoring in TBC and vanilla. It doesn't require a gathering profession since you can get cloth from humanoids without one, and it has valuable cloths on cooldowns which are used to make other valuable items. But there are also new additions to tailoring in Wrath. An often forgotten new tailoring exclusive ability is Northern Cloth Scavenging, which grants tailors the passive ability to find additional cloth on Northern humanoids. Cloth usually doesn't sell for a whole lot, but as a tailor this can be very helpful for making additional bolts of Frostweave, which are used to make a lot of items, including the Bolt of Imbued Frostweave, which can be used to make epic items, Frostweave bags, and 3 new types of tailoring cloths, all on a 4-day cooldown, just like in TBC. Moonshroud, Spellweave, and Ebonweave. In order to make Spellweave, you'll need a Bolt of Imbued Netherweave, 2 Eternal Fire, which are the Wrath of the Lich King version of Primals, and you'll need to be at the Azure Dragon Shrine in Dragonblight. For Ebonweave, you'll need that Bolt of Imbued Netherweave, along with 2 Eternal Shadow, and you need to be at the Maw of Neltharion in Dragonblight. And for Moonshroud, you'll need a Bolt of Imbued Netherweave, along with 2 Eternal Life, and be at the Emerald Dragon Shrine in Dragonblight. So less Eternals needed than Primals in TBC, where you needed about 2 or 3 different Primals to make the cloth, and it's a bit better than in TBC, where you were running around from Shadowmoon Valley all the way to Netherstorm in order to make your cooldowns every 4 days. Now it's all in Dragonblight, which is a nice change. And you can bet with all the reagents behind cooldowns that these cloths will generate you some nice gold. And they are also used to create embroideries, which are powerful cloak enhancements only available to tailors, which grant a huge stat proc, depending on the embroidery. One such embroidery is Sword Guard embroidery, which grants a chance on melee or ranged hit to increase attack power by 400 for 15 seconds. Another one is Dark Glow embroidery, which gives a chance on spellcast to restore 400 mana. And then there's Lightweave embroidery, granting a chance on spellcast to increase spell power by 295 for 15 seconds, all with a 60-second internal cooldown. These are the 3 embroideries, so as you can see, there's not really one for a tank, so if that's you, tailoring probably isn't a good fit, but for healers and damage dealing classes, these procs can be very powerful, especially in PvP when you're looking for some big burst damage. It's worth mentioning that these procs are far more powerful than what any other profession offers in terms of stat bonuses, and some argue that tailoring is the second best profession behind engineering and Wrath for DPS. Because of the random occurrences of these stat bonuses, I can see how sometimes it might be stronger than other profession bonuses if you stack other cooldowns when you get the proc, but you could also get really unlucky with the timing of your procs, and the consistent stats offered by jewel crafting, for example, could be better. So if you like to roll the dice with your chances, tailoring might be the second best profession for you if you're min-maxing. On a less serious note, tailors can learn to craft a new rug. This rug isn't just any rug though. It's actually a magnificent flying carpet, which is an epic flying mount only available for tailors. It's a pretty iconic flying mount appearing in Wrath, and if you go tailoring, you should look into getting it because it looks really cool, and it's only available for tailors. Blacksmithing. We're finally getting into the good stuff. This profession has earned the reputation as one of the hardest and slowest to level, and requiring immense amounts of materials, requiring you to do tedious profession quests, and in Wrath, it doesn't really have as good craftable gear as in TBC. TBC brought incredibly powerful weapons that led the likes of shamans and rogues to go blacksmithing because the weapons were just so good. But in Wrath, the gear that blacksmiths can really make aren't as powerful compared to other options. However, blacksmithing can still provide you with powerful gear and BOE gear too, which makes it a better money-making profession than before. But it's not the blacksmithing you know from TBC. The really big new improvement that makes Wrath blacksmithing really worth it is the extra sockets you can add to your gear. Socket gloves and socket bracer are blacksmith-only enhancements which allow you to add extra gems to your gear. This enhancement is lost if you drop blacksmithing, so it's a good incentive to keep it, and it's a good stat boost. It's also worth mentioning that unlike other profession bonuses, which are usually attack power or spell power, with blacksmithing it's a socket, which can be used for stats like agility, which not only grant attack power, but also increase dodge chance and your chance to score a critical strike with a weapon in addition to attack power. For this reason, blacksmithing is a tier above other profession-only bonuses which grant just attack power, as an example. The other benefit is the Eternal Belt Buckle, which is BOE and anyone can use. This adds a socket to a belt, and you can sell these belt buckles for a great profit, considering nearly everyone is going to want to have the stats of an extra socket on the belt. But other than those 3 sockets, which can help any class, the gear is mostly plate. So I'd recommend only Paladins, Death Knights, and Warriors go this profession. Because of the immense number of materials required to level it, pairing it with mining is a great choice. A lot of the stronger items from blacksmithing require frozen orbs, which drop from heroic dungeons, similar to primal nethers in TBC, and other professions use them to craft too, so there will be competition to get them. Other than frozen orbs, there are also ruined orbs from Ulduar, like Nether Vertices, and Crusader orbs, which drop from TOC, all used in the creation of epic blacksmithing plans. But like I mentioned earlier, a lot of it is BOE, so there is another opportunity to make some gold if your gear is better than what you can craft. Do you love books? Do you love writing? then maybe you should become a scribe. Inscription is the new profession in Wrath, along with a new feature for all players, glyphs. These glyphs enhance their spells in both major and minor ways. Major glyphs can significantly alter your gameplay and make a substantial difference for your character, while minor glyphs are usually cosmetic in nature or making spells no longer require reagents, making your gameplay a little bit less inconvenient. Scribes make these glyphs using ink, milled from herbs found in Azeroth and beyond, making herbalism the natural profession to pair with Inscription. Scribes can also write tomes to hold in your offhand, which are beneficial to spellcasters like mages, warlocks, druids, and priests, even shaman, making them ideal for Inscription. Scribes can also write scrolls, which from before this point we just found them all over the place randomly, but now we can get a consistent supply with Inscription. Most notably though is the ability for scribes to write vellums, which can absorb enchants and store them for later use. This effectively allows enchanters a means to sell their enchants other than spamming trade chat. Good riddance. Just kidding. Players can then use these vellums with enchants stored on them to enchant their own gear, finally eliminating the last bit of social interaction required for getting your gear fully gemmed and enchanted. Another neat thing scribes can do is create Dark Moon cards. These cards are completely random, having a number between 2 and 8, and being in a random deck such as Death, Nobles, Chaos, Prisms, or Undeath. By collecting all the cards in the suit, you can combine them into an item that starts a quest chain, leading you to the powerful trinket. The profession-only bonus is that scribes can create shoulder inscriptions for themselves. These can have spell power, dodge, attack power, and so on, and so they're good for any class. These enchants are stronger than the next best enchant you get from being exalted with the Sons of Hodir, so it is the best in slot shoulder enchant, by about the same amount as you get in stats from other professions. It also saves you from having to grind Sons of Hodir rep, so if you absolutely hate grinding rep, that could be another reason to go Inscription and still be competitive. Leatherworking in Wrath is similar to how it was in TBC. You can make valuable leg armors that are best in slot for many classes, and drums of battle are still somewhat helpful even after being nerfed with the tinnitus debuff, which makes you unable to benefit from drums while the debuff is on. There's even a new drum called Drums of the Wild, which gives Gift of the Wild to all party and raid members, which could be helpful if there's no druid around. There's also lots of epic patterns that you can trade hides for and dollar on, and also patterns that drop in Ulduar, Trial of the Crusader, and Icecrown Citadel. Because the craftable gear is mainly leather and mail, the classes that fit leatherworking the best are rogues, hunters, druids, and shaman. But a lot of these items are BOE, so if you aren't one of those classes, you can still make the gear and sell it. Other than epic patterns and leg armors, there's new leatherworker only fur linings. These enhancements attach to bracers and offer a range of nice stat boosts. For example, fur lining spell power offers a 46 spell power upgrade over the next best enchantment for bracers. There are also a bunch of resistance fur linings like fire, frost, nature, and shadow, and other stats like attack power or even just raw stamina, so there's a fur lining for any class. These extra resistance fur linings are often overlooked, but can be helpful situationally for certain raids like Sartharion in the Obsidian Sanctum, Syndragosa in Naxxramas, Lich King in Icecrown Citadel, or Halion in the Ruby Sanctum. So if you're a tank, you may want leatherworking to get the resistances you want more easily. There's also 2 leatherworking only leg enhancements called Jormungar leg reinforcements, which is the same as Frosthide leg armor, which is not leatherworking only. There's also Nerubian leg reinforcements, which are the same as Ice Scale leg armor. The only difference between these leatherworking only enhancements and what's available to everyone else is that they are dramatically easier to create. For example, the Jormungar leg reinforcements just need 2 Jormungar scales to create, where the Frosthide leg armor needs a frozen orb, which comes from a heroic dungeon, 2 Nerubian chitin, and 2 Arctic fur. So another advantage of being a leatherworker is getting your best in slot leg enhancement much easier than everyone else, even though they offer the same exact stats. For those who prefer to spend their days picking flowers, herbalism offers many rewards. Like in the past, herbalism can provide a constant stream of income since herbs can be used for alchemy, but in Wrath, herbs are now needed in order to mill pigments and inks for Inscription. That means herbalism will be an even greater money-making profession, considering the increased demand. Like mining, herbalism offers a profession-specific bonus in addition to being a gathering profession. That bonus is a self-heal over time called Lifeblood, which grows more powerful based on your skill with herbalism, your character level, and your maximum health. The heal is 3,600 at max rank baseline, but again can be increased based on your maximum health, and it also can be used while stealth or invisible without breaking stealth. Like the mining bonus, it isn't game-breakingly good because gathering professions are already such a great profession to have for all the materials you bring in, so if you're min-maxing, herbalism probably isn't going to be something you have on your main. Enchanters. Only good for allowing you to press that disenchant button instead of the greed button when useless gear drops. Just kidding, enchanters. I love you guys. Enchanting in Wrath got a big quality of life change. Vellums. These vellums are created by scribes, which is the Inscription profession, and allows enchanters to use their enchantments on these vellums, storing them, which can then be used by anyone to enchant their gear with that same vellum. This allows
Well, the servers are down for an hour, so guess